Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? This is Joe Figueroa with another video in our series Anatomy of a Dance, a breakdown of social dancing count for count, pointing out everything that dancers do. This week's video is another 3 pieces of cool, just some fun movements and styling by both dancers. So please share, like, subscribe. You can support the channel by clicking on the link in the description, but you better do it fast because we're starting right now. So originally I was reviewing video for another project, but I liked what I saw here so much, I thought the other concept can wait. This is Oleg Saoco and Katja. Both are instructors, Oleg in the Ukraine, Katja in Slovenia. Katja is also a DJ. That's a point I'm going to reference later. There's a lot going on in this dance, but I'm going to only talk about 3 things, in the order they came in the dance. First, about 20 seconds in, is this simple copa movement. I'm going to let it play, and then we can review. Notice anything interesting there? It was a simple copa break into a type of fake. Technically a basic step, but with a little variation. Oleg tilts Katja to her left and off the line, just slightly, as they trade places. That in itself was cool by my standards, but there's more going on here. I couldn't stop looking at it. And of course I asked myself, why? It's the symmetry. Look at the steps. They are like a mirror image. Look, starting from the copa. Cross step in front, his left, her right. Side step, his right, her left. Back step, his left, her right. If we look at what's going on above, we have a clear high and low throughout. Here and here. Going into the next count, it continues. Side step for both, cross step for both. Side step again. Back step again. I know to some of you this might not seem like a big deal, but to me it's like looking at sound. Number 2 is about a minute in. And what makes it attractive is not just the movement, but also the pause. The musicality from both. Check this out. So there's about to be a break in the music, right? Oleg takes Katja into a double spin. Breaks the momentum by bringing her arm to his shoulder. He anticipates that break in the music and detailed it. Ending the spins with that first accent. Quickly switches his connection from his left hand to his right, by raising his right hand so that the back of it connects with Katja's arm. He releases his left hand hold and uses the new one to flick her arm downward and in an arc to her left. See? It goes out to her left in a full circular motion. That was the second music accent. Oleg turns to his left and reaches with his left hand behind his back to catch said arm as it comes to the end of that circular motion. Now flicks on their own are not necessarily remarkable. It's the way he did it and how it went with the music. Well, almost went with the music. That behind the back catch would have been the third accent, but here's where Katja's interpretation of the music comes in and alters the movement. Plus her knowledge in music as a DJ doesn't hurt. Oleg's intention was to catch her hand behind his back in congress with that third accent in the music. Katja also anticipated the break in the music, opens her stance at the end of the double to face him completely. That's the first accent. Bends at the knees, kind of like a plie, and bounces back up to standing position while her arm is swinging in that arc I mentioned. That's the third accent. For those 3 beats, she was off in her own world. See this? Katja is looking up at Oleg's eyes, then realizes that his hand is waiting behind his back for her flicked right arm, but she's having too much fun. She gives him her hand, but look at how she lets it drop slowly, almost trickle downward into his hand, like her hand is a feather dropping through the air. If you look closely, she even flutters her fingers as the hand drops, like jazz hands. No. Spirit fingers.
These are not spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers.
The third piece of cool is very simple styling. It's just the way it's delivered that I love. Have you ever heard of the concept of mirroring? Where one person unconsciously imitates gestures they see from someone they are engaged with. Here, Katja, after a couple of quick caresses, try saying that 5 times real fast. When being led into a crossbody lead, Katja tilts her head back on the count of 1. The ending of her preparation. Her head is back, chin is up, and most of her weight is leaned back into Oleg's arm, giving him indication that she's ready to be moved. Oleg sends her into the cross and steps directly into the space she was just in, then throws his head back, a la Katja, mirroring her styling. It continues. He gives her a simple right-hand turn, during which time Oleg slide steps to his left and right, throughout the count and into the next one. As Katja comes out of the right-hand turn, she begins to slide step as Oleg did. He puts her back into the position she was in for the snap back of the head, and she does it again. I love that. Don't know why it stands out to me. I guess it just depicts the symbiosis the two of them were in during that dance. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one, and remember, keep dancing.